So I have this friend who is a friend to my sister actually. So he's older than me, years older than me. And I called him. He was at Liberia at that time, yeah. So I called him and I told him that I'm having issues with my boyfriend at that time. So he told me, oh, it's good news because he's coming to Ghana. He's in Ghana already and he's holding a program at Achimota Forest. It's a prayer program. So if I have time, I can come around. I was reluctant to go because it's like I was in pains from what my boyfriend at that time was doing to me. So I was reluctant, but I dressed up and I decided to go to Achimota Forest.
So it's a prayer group, and a friend actually introduced me to the prayer group. And occasionally, the leader will send out some people, the leaders to go, or some of the leaders to go out there and meet some of the members and pray with them, especially those who come up with their requests, prayer requests. So we go and meet them face to face to pray with them. So on one of the occasions, I went with a friend, and when I got there, it was a family, and she was part of the family. She was one of the, she's actually the last born. So that day, I didn't really pay attention to her because the focus was to pray for the family. So that was the first time. It was a flash. I didn't really have a field view at that time. So later on, we went to the Achimota Forest to go and pray. That was the first day I actually saw her, and I'd wanted to pick her number, but before I could realize, she just left the scene. On her birthday, actually, she posted a picture. So when I saw it that day, I asked the leader who she was, and the leader told me directly that she's your wife. For some reason, I was even surprised when he said so. I was battling with it though, and then I took her number and I called. That is how it actually began.
He used to call sometimes in the morning to check up, and sometimes, most of the times, I don't pick up. So one time, he told me he wanted to take me out on a date. The first time is since I disappointed him, yes. So the next time, I wanted to disappoint him actually. But later I thought about it and I went. It's like I was even 2 hours late to the date. So I went there and I saw him seated. I went to eat. I just went to eat because I love food. So I went to eat. And I don't know what was in his mind at that time, but I wasn't interested in anything of his. So we spoke normally. I was of myself. And when we were done, I went home and he also went to his house.
But afterwards, when I call her, she doesn't pick up. But I knew what I wanted. And for weeks until one of the days she actually opened up to talk to me.
After so many months that we met, that was the day I started giving him my attention. So when he calls, we talk about our likes and dislikes, but we didn't get the chance to meet after our first date because that time I was living with my sister and she was kind of strict. So later, I had issues at home and I used that as an opportunity to go and visit him.
I actually wanted to be real with her because my previous experiences were very, poor or bad. So it was one of the days when she came to visit. I was not too sure of what I wanted, especially at that time because I was single for a very long time. But when she came to visit, and I think on the third visit, I decided to make a move, but I wasn't sure. So she saw the move, she saw the actions that I'm interested. And then she asked me.
At that time, too, everything of his pointed to the fact that he was interested. But it's like he wasn't saying anything. And that time, too, me too, small likeness from my side. Because when I went to his house to visit, I liked him. He was neat, he was well organized, and he was a gentleman. So I liked him.
When she realized that I was showing interest in her and she didn't want to assume anything, so she asked me actually, the way I am going about things, am I interested in her? I was not sure of what to say at that time. So I was like, I'm not too sure, but this time I want to get it right because I've made very terrible mistakes in my past. So she gave me a kiss and asked me, how do I feel now? And then I asked, what did you just do?
That day when I wanted to leave, I asked him, have you fallen for me? I asked him that question. And he started smiling. And he said he's not really sure because he has been single for some time now. And that time too is like he was having some financial issues here and there. So he's not really sure. And I kissed him and I touched his chest to feel his heartbeat. And I asked him, how do you feel after this? And he laughed because it's like it was a crazy thing for me to do.
So after that, I began to have some very funny feelings here and there. So it was 2 or 3 days after I actually told her, now I think I'm ready to start something new with her. And she said she had a boyfriend.
So later, he proposed to me and I accepted it.
It was after a day, she came back that she doesn't have a boyfriend, but let's take it slow, one step at a time. So I think few days or few weeks afterwards, we officially started.
Okay. Why did you choose me?
I think,
Why did you choose me?
yeah, so I chose you because, first of all, you sincerely and genuinely love God. I saw the things of God, that you had passion for the things of God. And then, secondly, you were someone who easily forgives. That's what I realized. That you easily forgive things so easily. So, and yeah, you know how to cook. So I think those are the three main things that stood out for me.
Okay.
So how about you?
Um, I would say I considered a lot of things, but I would say a few. Okay. Into growing up, my mom taught me that I should go in for a man who loves God because those men, there's a 80% chance that they will treat you well. So I was looking out for one who loves God, and I found that in you. And also, you are intelligent. Yes, you are intelligent. And you are supportive. Yes. You are neat. You are well cultured. Yeah.
It's fine with the there.
So basically,
So, what do you love about us?
okay, I like the fact that we are real. Yes, we are real. We are always real. So it wasn't really a problem when we got married because like we knew each other. And also the fact that we can fool and flow. Okay. Yes, there are some marriages is like it is strict. The man is the head, the woman has to be submissive, so everything is orderly. But with you, I know my place in your life, and you also know your place, so we can flow. Yeah. And also we learn together. It's like we both love almost the same thing when it comes to food, when it comes to hobbies, when it comes to ministry and the likes. Okay, I would also like to know yours as well. What do you love about
I
us?
think basically you've said almost everything. The fact that we flow together, we have fun, I think on the same level. Yeah, so, and then we love to watch movies together. So I think those are the things that stands out. Our passion for God. It looks like we have the same thing, the same line. So it makes it interesting when both of us are involved.
Okay, so I'm next. What would make you leave me? What would make you leave me?
Till death do us part. So until then, I don't think I have any intentions of leaving you, unless you have an intention of leaving me. So it's, for me, I'm in it. Unless you want to leave me, but if I try to convince you, whether prayerfully, in every effort, and you want to leave, I think the only thing I can do is just give it into the hands of God. But me, I have no intentions of leaving now.
So even if I cheat on you?
Or do you have intentions of cheating on me?
Oh, I guess.
You hesitated.
Any person who cheats, I don't think the person had intentions of cheating. Sometimes it's one of the things people meet in marriages. I would like you to answer that.
Yes, if you are remorseful, it will hurt me. I'm a human.
Okay.
And hurting me shows that I truly love you. But if you are remorseful, and I believe you have no intentions of going back to the same route, why not?
Okay.
But don't cheat on me.
With me, I think, I know you're not going to cheat. I know, but it would be a no for me. It would be yes, when you cheat, it would be a no for me.
Hey.
But I don't think you're going to do it.
No.
Yes, I don't think you're going to. I'm positive. Okay, yeah, the next.
Right. How would your life be if we never met?
Okay, with that, I think whatever that happens in my life, I am not in charge. God is the master planner. So, maybe it would have been the same, but with a different person. Yes, maybe too, I don't know. You know, we have some people, one person was made for that person. So sometimes when the person loses that person, the person finds it difficult to meet someone who would be in alignment with his or her purpose. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe in God's will, it will be the same.
So you wouldn't
But if it was to be someone who is not God's purpose for me, then I guess my life would have been in a mess. Maybe spiritually, emotionally, and even in my field of work, because I guess you have been a help to me in all fields. Yeah.
So you wouldn't have waited for me since we have not yet met.
How would I know you are somewhere and I have to wait for you?
Maybe I'm in this world, so definitely.
Oh, I wouldn't have known.
Okay.
I wouldn't have known. Okay, so.
Do you want to ask me the same question?
Yeah.
My life would still have been fantastic because I prioritize purpose over marriage. I believe marriage is a means through which God wants men to achieve their purpose, one of the means. So I could have still been, active, doing whatever I'm supposed to do, because I believe the desire that God puts in me for you, equally, there's somebody there who is also fit into that category. Maybe even more.
But less. I'm unique. Oh.
Yes, but maybe, that's why I say maybe more or less. But still, life could have still been fantastic.
I think it's less.
Boy. Sure.
Okay. All right. When you talk about our marriage to people, what do you usually say? I'm really interested in this question. What do you usually say?
That I have an interesting marriage. Yes, it's interesting. Sometimes I say it's funny because today it's up, tomorrow it's down. But the most important thing is that I have peace in my marriage. That's what stands out for me. But most importantly, it's interesting because today a woman's emotion is up there, tomorrow it's down there and all that. Yeah, but primarily it's interesting because I have peace. That's what I think. So, the same question.
With me, I don't even get the chance to tell people about my marriage because I don't know. I don't really post things out there. I sometimes post things about marriage because I love to talk about marriage and relationship, but it's like people know me to have a good marriage. So I remember one time a friend of mine, when she was talking to me about her marital problems, she was like, if I was to be having a marriage like yours, I wouldn't be complaining like this. And I asked her, but I haven't told you anything. You don't even know what I'm going through in my marriage.
You have a good
And she
marriage.
said, I can see it. Like you are happy, you are okay. So I don't even get the chance, but my family, my friends, everyone had seen that I made a good choice. And you also made a good choice. Okay.
It's okay. So, what do you think is the most challenging moment in our marriage?
Challenging moment. Okay, so I think it was the early days of our marriage. You know, when we started, it was like after we got married, you lost your main source of income. Your main source of income. You had an other income, but you lost your main source of income. So at the beginning, it wasn't really smooth. But thank God we didn't have any debt to pay. So I guess that period, the first 3 months was a bit challenging because you can't even run to anyone for help or you can't talk to anyone about it. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so yes, I think when a man doesn't have money, it looks like his life has come to a pause or a halt. So I think during those times, it was a bit challenging because I felt that's the time I needed more peace, since I don't have what it takes to provide more or properly. So the slightest thing, there's a trigger here, there's a fight here. So I felt those times they were very challenging, and yeah, I think primarily that is it.
Okay. What's one thing do you wish I could do more often?
Okay, so I wish you could pray more often. Yeah, I wish you could pray more often. You are prayerful, yes, but I believe the purpose or the things I've seen God manifest through you, the baseline is that you will need more of that intimacy with God to be able to manifest it more. So I think that could have been a very strong hold in your life if you could give it more attention. And then the second one is when you put more meat on my food, you put more meat on my food, you do well with that. Yeah, man, I'm not also what I'm saying every now and then, yeah, man, I'm also.
All right.
So the same.
Okay. So I think you should pamper me more often.
Hey, last bonds.
Yes, I understand that you are a firstborn and I'm a lastborn. So sometimes it conflicts, okay? But I really love to be pampered all the time. Pamper me. Just pamper me. All the time. Just do it. And also, I would love you to surprise me more often. Good surprises.
Same man and I'm okay.
Good surprises. So surprise me more often. Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Right. So the next question is, how have I contributed positively to our marriage?
Positively? You have, in so many ways. In so many ways. Okay, so I'll start with work. In my field of work, you've always been a master planner. Okay, God is a master planner, but next to God is you. You've always helped me. In fact, you were the reason I even started my own business. You gave me ideas and all. And also, spiritually, You have taught me a lot. You are my teacher. I always say you have taught me a lot. You have groomed me. I believe a man is a man grooms. So you have groomed me in all fields. In all fields.
I'm blushing.
Yeah. So you have contributed a lot. Okay, I would like to know yours too.
I think I've become a better man. Okay, I'm becoming a better man by the clock, because I've learned the act of patience practically. During the time of relationship, I thought I was very patient. I thought I was a very patient person until I got married. So the things that were happening or kept on happening taught me to be more patient in life. And they taught me to be more wiser, to seek the face of God more. Because some of the things that happens, it looks like it's only God that can answer.
Okay.
So it gave me that chance to seek the face of God more and more. So I think that contribution, your presence gave me that opportunity to learn to be a better person.
Okay,
Yes.
so
And
how...
then concerning work too, you were the reason why I started monetizing my business, because first it was a free bono. Everybody, I did it free for almost everyone. You encouraged me to put a value on it and even register it. And it's even some people that want to do it for free. You tell me that no, I should be able to let them see the value of it. So you contributed in my field of work and purpose, and even as a man and character-wise, you've contributed so much to that. And I think that has also helped the marriage itself too.
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay. What's one thing I do around the house that annoys you?
Drama, no. My wife was born with PhD in drama because she loves pampering it, dramatize everything. So when you are supposed to communicate your whether intention or emotions or your opinion, I believe you could be clearer without adding drama. The drama, no, it a bore. Yeah, so I believe you can be clear and plain without necessarily adding all those garnishing. You are a kid trying to be a person garnishing. So it should be more, come out clear and don't emotionalize what you want to say. I know women are emotional, yes, but sometimes you can. I believe that you can nurture what you want to say or train what you want to say, so that it comes out clear for me to understand, because the emotions messes up the real intentions of what you want to tell. So I end up picking the wrong things rather than giving the right thought or the right complaint so that I can address it. I believe those are the things that's really... and then when you come back from work and you put your bag on the dining table, I don't like it at all. It's supposed to go to where it came from, dining table or my working desk. No. So I think those are the things. Same to you.
Okay, so I think I understand that a man has to provide, a man has to work harder. So you love to be behind your machine, and it's like you are always working, learning, because I understand you are schooling as well. But I want you to know when, or apportion a time for family and apportion a time for other things. So I have spoken to you before, but it seems when you see me, that is when you get the energy to study and work harder. So please, when I come back from work, it is just like you also going to your office and coming back home. At least you need a little time to rest and spend time with your family before we go to bed. So I just want you to consciously do that for me.
So it annoys you when I'm working?
Yes, when you're working and I'm just seated there waiting for me to be pampered. I just don't like it. And also the fact that you like to sometimes leave something at the tip of the sink. Most of the times I get there and mistakenly I break them. So
You like
when
breaking
you
things.
enter my kitchen, just try, like the way you just keep the hall and the bedroom in order. When you enter my kitchen, it is also my department. Just try and put things in order for me. Okay. Is it my turn? Okay.
So, have you ever thought about my death and what you would do if I die today? Hey, question on you.
Yes.
Hey.
I thought about it because of what I've been through after I lost my mom. So I thought about it and I told God, I just want to stop imagining it. Please, I beg you. As for this one, I don't want to lose him. If you have to take him, take me along as well. Because what I went through after I lost my mom, I don't want to go through it again. So I thought about it because of what I have been through. And I know what I told God about it. So I'm not losing you now. We'll go together at a very old age.
Interesting. So to me, I think, I don't know how to put it, but I think it's a natural, it's part of the natural occurrences in life. One day, or one way or the other, we all die. So I've thought of it, but me, I don't want to be my widow.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm just imagining, say, nobody's there to disturb me. Nobody's there to give me plenty meat on my food.
I thought you said I give you small meat.
So I said nobody will be there to give me plenty meat.
I wanted to ask you when we get to because I was wondering.
So yes, I've thought about it, but there's one thing I know: if it comes, you have to just build a capacity to overcome it and move on. So when it comes, it has come. You have to learn through it and move on. So that is it.
So you actually thought about it?
Yes, because
that I'll be no more and you get another wife.
No, that's not what I meant though.
Like that's what we are trying to say.
No, but you know, life is interesting. I would want both of us to, if we are leaving, we are leaving. If you are going, we are going, because we got married on the same day. So yes, I would love both of us to have that encounter. But if God decides not to do it that way, and it comes in another way,
okay.
Yes, we have to just embrace the reality. It could be that I could go before you, you could go before me. We have to still move on. So it's the reality of life. You can't scrape it out.
But I pray it would be at a very old age.
Yeah. Yeah. When I've eaten all your jollof and I know that now I can differentiate between your jollof and
when I've also spent all your money.
That one today inside.
Okay.
Yeah,
so any other question for me?
I think this has exhausted almost every question I have in mind. Even if there is. Do you have any question in mind for me too?
Okay. Do you have a crush?
A crush? It will be because I am. Mommy, pa. No.
You don't have a crush? Are you sure?
No. I see beautiful people, but I think
people who are more beautiful than I am.
No, wait. I see beautiful people. I've not said more beautiful or less beautiful. So I see beautiful, but you know, you are my beauty.